Welcome to the Laughter Clinic podcast with comedian and suicidologist Mark McConville, bringing you practical, evidence-based self-care strategies, the latest research in mental health, along with conversations that inspire, educate, and entertain. This is the Laughter Clinic podcast with your host, Mark McConville.
Hey folks, Mark McConville here. Thank you very much for joining me on this episode of The Laughter Clinic, where today I'm chatting with Mick Meredith, Australian comedian and all-round good guy. Mick's been peddling his wares around Australia and internationally for over 25 years. He's a fantastic comic and a really nice bloke, so I'm sure you're going to enjoy our chat today. Mick gives some great insights into what it's like to be a comedian from the mental health aspects and how he's used not only humour and laughter, but physical exercise has helped him really lead a fulfilling life both on stage and off stage. Gives some great insights into that, into the importance of to physical fitness for your mental health as well. And it's interesting to hear that he rates entertaining our troops overseas is probably one of the most memorable sets of gigs that he's done in his entire career. So it's a great chat. I hope you enjoy it. So please join me in welcoming my good mate, Mick Meredith. Mick Meredith, it is so good to have you here with me today, mate. Thank you so much for coming on to the Laughter Clinic podcast. How you going, brother?
I'm good after a very stressful start of two old blokes trying to work out tech. Coming from a bloke who's trained in sound recording, I had no idea what was happening. So
yeah, but we got there in the end, which is the main thing, which I'm stoked about. So, Micko, the saying laughter is the best medicine, right? Something that's been around for 3,000 years, and now we've got modern research that supports the mental health benefits and the physical benefits of humour and laughter. So when you hear the term laughter is the best medicine, what are your thoughts on that? What does that conjure up for you?
It's a very old saying, but I still kind of live by that saying. It's good. It's actually very good to be part of that medicine as a comic for the past 20-something years. I've always, my mother was a very funny lady, so she was my medicine when I was young. So she was a joyful, funny lady, and I think you've got to have a laugh in your day. There's a lot of misery out there and there's a lot of miserable people. So,
yeah, mate, absolutely. That's interesting because I got my sense of humour from my mother as well. You know, she was funny as fuck, mate, I got to tell you. One of my fondest memories growing up was on a Saturday afternoon sitting with my mother and my grandmother watching the old black and white Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Three Stooges movies, and you look back and you, as a comedian, you go, how cool was that these guys created comedy that spanned generations?
Probably had the same childhood then. I remember watching, I was a mad TV watcher, lying on my belly in front of the black and white TV.
Yeah. Whatever
was on. Yeah, my mum was a massive movie buff and comedy fan, Bob Hope, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, similar childhood probably, yeah.
So were you encouraged to, go down the performing, like at school and that sort of stuff? Was performing always going to be something that was on your radar as you were growing up?
I was always attracted to music with that extra element like Skyhooks and Kiss.
Yeah.
And the sweet. Not only did they sound good, but they looked good.
Yeah.
I like the visual content as much as what was going in my ears.
Mate, we grew up in such a glory time for music and rock and roll in Australia, didn't we? Being able to go and see, like you said, the Skyhooks, and you'd see and Midnight Oil in pubs and clubs.
Yeah. My daughter, who's 28, still loves all that stuff. Like, she'll roll up to a coffee with me with a Kiss shirt, and I'll just piss myself laughing. I says, "Did you just buy that because you like the pattern?" Or she goes, "No, I like them. I remember hearing you play them all the time." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's good." My son, I've no idea what he likes, but it was a great era, and I still listen to it all the time.
Oh, me too, mate. Absolutely.
I'm a list man. I like a list. I make little Spotify playlists.
Yeah, nice.
When I'm training or when I'm running.
Yeah.
Or just I'll have it on in the background if I'm on a cruise ship when I'm getting dressed, just to get pumped.
Yeah.
And I like to walk on stage to a song that makes me feel good.
Do you have one specific song that you go to for coming on stage now?
I like Dropkick Murphys. Is it Heading Up to Boston? But yeah, you can't always get it because it's not a super popular song. But anything by I like Kiss, and I like Motorhead, and I like anything with that good drum beat at the beginning. So you walk out stage going, at least the crowd's kind of clapping along to a rhythm as well. Yeah, that's my theory anyway. That's my.
And mate, having worked with you, over a couple of decades now, and being a massive fan of yourself as a comedian, not only as a comic but as a musical comic. Like your musicianship, if that's a word, I'm a big fan of. So were you, when you went into being in bands and that sort of stuff, were you self-taught as a guitarist, or did you actually go and get lessons and go down that whole route of learning how to read music and everything?
I probably had 10 lessons in my lifetime.
Yeah,
right.
I
just didn't. It was just I had a very good ear for the music.
Yeah.
A mate, Warren, who lives up in Brisbane now, he taught me how to play guitar, and I picked it up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I never really got to a level of genius. It's all smoke and mirrors what you see, what I do on stage. Like a real musician will look at me and go, he's a bit shit.
Isn't it amazing?
Whereas a layman will just go, well, look at him go.
Yeah, look at him go. Yeah. I remember years ago someone saying that, to be able to play the guitar, to get away with it, you need, what was it, half a dozen or a dozen chords and a handful of tricks.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Sorry to give it away.
Well, mate, you do it beautifully. And so tell me about when you're in the bands, like in the 80s, did you have the long hair and all of that jazz going on?
I went bald pretty young though, 23, started thinning.
Really? Okay.
So I never really, I was in like teenage bands, so I would have had long hair then.
Yeah.
First band was just schoolmates. It was a sort of a punk.
Do you remember the name?
Molten Plastic.
Molten Plastic. How did we come up with these names, mate? Molten Plastic.
Me and Warren were very creative. He was a really good artist, like an incredible artist.
Yeah, right.
Portrait artist, such a talented kid. Me and him come up with all the names, and we had our stage names. I was Winston Drainpipe.
You were not.
I was Winston Drainpipe. Had outfits. Had my mother was a dressmaker. She made us outfits. So yeah, I had like it was an old white raincoat, which I turned into like a white vinyl jacket.
Is that right?
Yeah, and we all had colours. My colour was red and Warren's was yellow. Warren was Waldo Vine and the drummer was Arnold Gutter.
What is that? Jeez. Is there any photographic evidence of this, Mick?
There is, but I think it's in an old photo album. I just had my 60th, and my sister found old photos, but she didn't find any of them, so I must have them somewhere in an old photo album.
Yeah. How'd you? Happy birthday, mate! Again for the other day. So how'd you embrace turning 60?
Oh, we had some mates together, and it was just a fucking joyful day. It was very good. Got very drunk. Yeah. Reminisced.
Nice.
Like my oldest friend Wayne, who I've known since under fives soccer. He turned up. We were crying. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, great.
He said goodbye, crying. Then he'd come back crying. Had another goodbye again, crying. And then I probably won't see him for another year. But that's what men do, We need each other. But, but I think now that I've hit that 6-0, I might reach out a little bit more than I usually do. And even with you, like we never see each other. When we do see each other, it's a joyous time, isn't it?
Mate, you get so lucky that you have those people in your life that you don't talk to. You've got a handful of people in your life that you cannot talk to for a year or a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah. And as soon as you catch up, bang, it's like you were chatting yesterday. I love that.
Yeah, and on the other end of the spectrum. You've got people that drag you down into the mud, but you just got to find those. Like when you say laughter is the best medicine, like if you got a good mate, if they're making you laugh,
Yeah.
that is the best medicine.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they'll remember a stupid thing you did, and I'm like, oh, right, that is
Yeah.
funny. You've got to have them people.
Yeah.
And females, like funny females. I grew up with very funny females, my sister and all her friends, very funny.
Yeah. So, mate, how was the journey from going from the band, right, into doing stand up? Like, at what point did you get that moment where you've gone, you know what, I'm gonna ditch the suits, the outfits, and I'm gonna have a crack at telling some jokes?
Well, I was always the funny bass player in the
Right.
band. But I kind of quit music when I got married for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was always a dream to do comedy, but I just kept putting it off and off and off and off. I used to play funny songs at parties, so I guess that was the kind of the beginning of comedy for me. Like
Yeah.
I was always the funny bloke at the parties. I'd have like a 10-minute routine, and people would say, "Play your song," and I played with another guy for a while. We called ourselves the original Deros, and we had, beer drinking songs. But then I did a course in the 90s, and the final night of the course was you had to do a gig on stage. So that's how I got into it, really.
So was the course like a doing stand up comedy course?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It just got me on stage. Just once you get up, when you pop that cherry like we were talking about before, like if you feel you belong there, then
Yeah.
someone told me if you last 2 years in comedy, you'll last forever.
Yeah,
I think
right.
that's kind of real.
Yeah. Yeah, and I should just reiterate that when Mick says that we were talking before about popping cherries, that we were actually actually referring to the fact that Mick's very kindly been my first comedian guest on the Laughter Clinic. So 2 years, yeah, mate. You're right. 2 years, and I think it takes probably 2 or 3 years to find yourself on stage as a comic.
Oh yeah, and you've got to stumble a lot.
Yeah.
If you won't be a good comic unless you stumble a lot.
You
might be a little bit of a delusional comic, which exists, I think, in the comedy world.
Yeah. Can you remember the night, your first ever gig, where you just went tonight and you did whole in solely stand up?
Yeah, probably 2 years in.
Yeah.
2 years in, and there was a lot of older comics that I looked up to who laughed. I remember Peter Berner, who was I think he was headlining, and he was up the back, and he was pissing himself at what I was saying, and I'm like, super, very good comic, much respected by me and everyone, and he was pissing himself, and I went, hang on, I'm all right, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that once you get bitten by the bug when you first start out, you turn a corner, I reckon, around the two or 3 year mark if you keep going at it.
Yeah, the gigs are still the best part of the comedy. I think the travel is the worst, but the gigs are still. Once I get up there, I'm fine. If it's cooking, and I'm cooking, I'm feeling good.
Oh, mate, that's it. There's never a truer statement than feeding off the energy of the audience.
Absolutely.
So that's back in the late 80s, early 90s. So now here we are, 2025, mate. We're still tripping around doing gigs and, going about our business. So what do you reckon has been some big changes in the time that we've been doing it?
Everyone's gotten younger.
yeah, that's right. I do feel pretty old some nights.
Oh my God.
Stage,
people are younger than my kids. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah, I know, right. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. There's just different styles of writing now. There's different styles of comedy. There's lots of genres. There's comedy comes under a big umbrella of different things now. When we started, it was pure joke telling.
Yeah.
I mean, when we started, we were probably called the new age of comedy, which I found a bit weird. But I still love to watch comedy. I think that's why I'm still in the game as well. I'll still if I'm headlining, I'll get there 10 minutes before the whole thing starts, and I'll watch everyone.
Do you
And
reckon?
I'll always tell a comic if they were great too. I think that's our job as well.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. And so,
And
do
if
you
they
reckon
listen, if they don't,
what's that?
if they listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't.
That's
Who's this
right.
old bloke? What's he talking about?
Well, the thing is, Beck, is I'm sure that you feel the same way about this that I do. That I'm protective of our industry. I feel very proud to be still here after 25 plus years, and I'm protective of the stand-up comedy industry. I've put a lot of value in it.
It's an honour to be doing it, really. Very
Absolutely.
much, and still be good at it.
Mm. And
I'm still with the tap on the shoulder.
you're
Come
not,
on, old man.
you're not getting the tap.
Pack up your stupid songs and piss off.
Telling you now, mate, you know, having worked with you in the last 12 months, you are not getting a tap on the shoulder anytime soon, my man, let me tell you. You're still cracking
Thank
it.
you. Thank
You know,
you.
'cause I love seeing people like yourself light them up. I love seeing light an audience up. Like, I mean, and people that know comedy will know what I mean when I say you get out there and you light them up.
Yeah, thanks, mate, and you too. It's good to see. I love. I mean, we've seen a lot of each other's routines, but when you start rolling out some stuff that I've heard before, and I go, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, because you know what's coming.
Here we go, and then you see someone's head just flip back with laughter.
Yeah. Yeah. So the advent of the technology, mate, you know, and since we started, you know, in our time we've seen, you know, the internet and YouTube come in and smartphones and all the YouTube, you know, videos and all this sort of stuff. What's your thoughts on all of that in relation to how it's affected our live industry?
What, like posting
Yeah.
clips?
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I've tried it myself. I don't think I'm very good at it, but I mean, I'll sit and watch clips all day long.
Yeah.
I'm just having a bit of a hiatus from social media because I think I did it too much. I was talking to another comic called Andrew Barnett, and we were just talking about some clips that people put up. We just said to each other, why do we even bother? We can never be that funny. Like some of them,
Well,
stupid. You just think, geez, that's funny.
Well,
Just
mate,
crying with laughter.
Can I tell you, you talk about that, and it's great that you brought that up because this actually leads into something that I really did want to talk about and compliment you on was when COVID hit, right? When COVID hit, everyone in our industry, you know, we lost 8, 10, 12 months worth of work in the space of 4 days when they shut everything down. And, you know, a lot of, I know I found it personally a struggle mental health wise in relation to, you know, not only the financial insecurity of not knowing what the hell's going on, but I actually miss doing the gigs, you know.
Yeah.
And the joy that you put out there during that time in relation to those videos that you put out during lockdowns and that sort of stuff, mate, you gave so much to so many people during that time, you know, and I just think it was awesome to see. It was,
Thanks, mate.
I loved it. You they're bloody cracking videos, mate. You know, I don't wear pants if I want to, you know, like all of that. They're cracking, mate.
I don't even know where it came from. It was just, I guess, cabin fever. Just went sink or swim here. So I decided to swim and just come up with a couple of stupid ideas, and I'm pretty good at filming stuff, and I'm good at editing. And when I told my wife about that no pants video, like she was just like, where did that come from? I said, I was just sitting around. I thought I might just do this. And then it kind of just flowed fairly quickly. And
you got a great comedy brain. I've got to tell you, you got a great comedy brain for thinking up all that stuff and the videos, the way you put them together. And I was kind of thinking, you know, I talk about in the live laughter clinic presentations about the research that talks about the difference between generating humour and appreciating humour. So there's actual research to show that as much as an audience gets a kick out of sitting and watching comedians do their thing, whatever, there's research to show that actually making someone laugh is more beneficial than actually laughing yourself.
Oh, mate, that's a magical moment when you go from the birth of a joke or a song and to performing it on stage. It's so good. It's like, and a lot of people will never experience that.
But like for you personally during COVID, like it must have been so rewarding to see the feedback that you were getting from those videos that you were putting out.
It was good, yeah. I did a couple of live shows, and they got great response. I've always had pretty positive feedback.
Yeah.
To comedy. I've never had that much negative feedback.
Yeah.
And I know people online cop a lot of it, so
yeah,
which is very bad for your mental health, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely.
But I've always had good positive feedback.
Well, and that's the thing is there's that fine line, isn't there? It's a balancing act between deciding whether or not to switch the comments on or off, you know, on those videos and stuff. Do you allow comments or not? Because on one hand, you go, I want to be engaged with my audience. I want to have that two-way conversation. And then on the other hand, exactly like you said, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are pretty quick to tear others down.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't read the comments.
So talking about the, you know, people commenting after about what it is that we do. So, you know, has there been instances over the years that come to mind in relation to audience members coming up to you after a gig and, you know, talking about what that show's meant to them in relation to what they've been going through in their life and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I've always said I'm pretty shy after a show because a lot of times you don't really get people to have a bit of a what's the word? They kind of have a go. It's the Australian way to have a go at you for being good.
Yeah, right. Like, okay, so we both work on cruise ships, right? Okay.
Yep.
Well, you know, have done for like 16 years.
Yep.
And for a lot of people, they find it hard to comprehend what it's like for us to go from being Mr. Nobody, tripping around the cruise ship like another passenger, just doing your bit, and you go from that to overnight, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Right? And then in that instance, after that, you're now fundamentally living with your audience for the next 3 days, 5 days, whatever.
It's a weird thing, isn't it? Like, if you don't have a good gig,
oh yeah, you're spending a lot of time in your cabin, aren't you?
Yeah, I've never really had super bad feedback. How about you?
No, I've been pretty lucky, mate. The only time where it's not gone as well as I would have liked is when the circumstances were against me.
Yeah, same.
Like you know, I know this is a great idea. Let's get the comedians to do a 9 o'clock in the morning show in the restaurant.
Yeah, I remember those days. Jesus.
You know, like, I mean, come on. There was nobody there and I didn't want to interrupt people while they were having breakfast. So I just grabbed the cordless microphone and went into the kitchen and chatted to the chefs.
Fucking brilliant. Probably get a better response.
You know, mate. But living with your audience, that did take a bit to get used to for me. I will say.
Yeah, I've just got off a cruise. It was a long cruise. It was a boring cruise.
Right.
But yeah, all the feedback was pretty positive. The funniest one is when you'll be still on the cruise and someone will send you a private message via your social media. I'm like, you could have said this to me face.
Yeah. I got to tell you, it was nice when you're able to easily sell merchandise after your gigs and all that sort of stuff. They made that a lot harder now, haven't they?
Well, that's when you got the good feedback because I remember put out my first album, and there was a queue out the door. That's a you don't need anyone to tell you you did well because
Yeah.
they're willing to buy something of yours.
Yeah, there and then. And plus they get a chance to chat to you one-on-one.
That sweet extra cash.
You ever been heckled before a gig on a ship when someone's found out you're the comic?
Yeah, I was on a ship once with a magician, and he'd done his show, so he was the king of comedy, basically.
Yeah.
And I was hanging around with him and all young blokes. Well, young blokes, tough kid, like a tough group, tattoos, mullets.
Yeah.
But I was the guy hanging around, like the old dude hanging around. And some of the young blokes, they sort of heckled me before I said, "Oh, you don't look very good." And I'm like, "Oh, well, you don't have to come to the show, mate." That's what I always say. You don't come to the show, mate. And I had a crusher. And then they all come up afterwards and said, "Oh, mate, everyone's raving about you. You're going to do another show." And I went, "Nah."
No, that's it. Yeah, you had your chance, boys.
No.
So, what, as a comic over the years, have you been surprised by the misconceptions people get about comedians? Do you reckon?
What, they're all depressed?
That's probably the biggest one, isn't it? That's probably the biggest.
Well, they think you're funny all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
My last long relationship, all of her friends, I just never really gelled with them.
Mm.
And I'd just go out with them and be polite. And they were very loud. There was a couple of them were Americans. So they did all the talking. It's just like, and they'd always, "You got any comments, Mick?" And I'd say something polite. And it was just, they made me awkward.
Mm.
And they all decided to come to a show once. And, I just went, "Fucking here we go. Watch this." And had one of them flawless gigs. They're just killing.
Mm.
And then they come up afterwards like, "Oh, my God, like, you're so quiet." And you just unleashed. It was like a different person up there.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the heart to go, "Well, I can't get a fucking word in with you." So I just gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just never disliked them. It was just like, fucking hell. I can love the sound of your voice. And that relationship went tits up.
Yeah. It's an alter ego thing a lot of the time, I reckon, the two sides of being a comic. Because
you either are or you aren't. We know people that are always on, but I'm not.
I find the people that are always on a bit painful, Mick, to be honest.
Yeah, they're probably hiding something, but I'm not.
No.
I'm pretty funny at when I go to gym class.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's endorphins and adrenaline, and I've just got a group of. I always hang around with the ladies.
Is that right? So are you participating in this class or taking?
Yeah, no. I'm in the class,
right?
And they've never seen me do comedy, but I just have a great time. There's a girl called Carmela. I just laugh their heads off in class.
Yeah,
I just said I was just said there we're doing squats and lunges, and I said I'm just constantly farting with every lunge. He's like, "Stop it." And I says, "I'm just being honest with you. Just don't be upwind of this."
Yeah, I've thought that about that hot yoga.
Yeah.
Like really, do you really want to add heat to all of that methane?
I know, and they're all on fibre.
You've really, in the time that I've known you, you're in great shape now. You've really, embraced the whole fitness thing, and it's been something that's been a big, change in your life, hasn't it? I know in the time that I've known you.
Yeah, I guess it was always there, but I just didn't know how to untap it for a long, long time. So, it's part of my mental health survival guide, I would have to say.
Yeah, right.
If I can't work out, then the black dogs come sniffing around.
Is that right? Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
And so the time in recent years where you've been really leaning into the whole, exercise and what do you run marathons and stuff now and all that sort of jazz? Like, have you noticed that it's really helped put the black dog at bay in relation to you're probably a bit more maybe resilient when you're hard up against stuff and all that?
Yeah, well, like we said, laughter is the best medicine. I'd say exercise is a pretty good medicine for me now.
Mm.
So, yeah, I know I can get out. When I'm on a cruise ship, that's when you probably get the saddest because you're just on your own.
Mm.
I'll go to the gym,
Yeah.
just do a couple of little workouts during the day. I'm
Yeah.
feeling down, I'll just go and get on a treadmill. I've
Mm.
got a little routine. I do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 um, lunges, and 100 squats. I do that daily when I'm on a ship, every day.
You can pump out 100 push-ups.
Not at once. You just do it. You just do it in sets of 10 or 15 or 20.
Okay.
It takes about 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah, right.
And you're absolutely rooted, but the endorphins
Yeah.
are popping out of me. Like, I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'm
Yeah.
ready to go here.
Yeah, yeah.
Listening to music.
Yeah.
I'm in the element, like far out. Like, I wish I could teach people to do all that.
Yeah.
That would be, if I could give anyone a message, that would be it. But you got to find your own thing. And I found this. So.
Yeah. Well, mate, you're very lucky when you've got a partner that's fully supportive and into it and kind of it gels with the pair of you, doesn't it? Because I know that.
Yeah, she's
right.
a teammate. She's like, it's a M&M, team M&M. We got a half marathon on Sunday and then another one in 2 weeks after that.
Wow.
So we, that's a great relationship. It's incredible like that. That was how I met her. That's unbelievable. Like,
so tell us that story. How did that come about? I don't think I've ever heard this.
well, I was in a bad relationship and I was kind of bringing myself out of it. And I kind of started getting fit. A lot of people think it was my partner who got me fit, but I was sort of on my way, changed my diet. Then I got out of that relationship. And then I lived in Manly for a while with a friend's friend, which is a great part of the world, Manly.
Mm.
So I was doing boot camps on the beach every morning. And then I just met Mo on Tinder. I went out on a date with her and I thought we'd just be mates. But yeah, it just kind of blossomed from there. She taught me how to run. I hated running, but now I love running. Running is like, because we travel a lot, we just run everywhere. Like we'll be in Europe, we'll just go, we'll arrive in a city and then we'll just run 6 o'clock in the morning and then you see half the city and then you go, we'll come back here, do that. So yeah, it's, I just met her on an app. Who would have thought, eh?
I'm fascinated by the whole statement. She taught you how to run.
Yeah, we just went for runs and I said, I can't run. And she would tell a better story. Like I would complain all the way through that run. Oh, I think my leg's going to fall off. I think my hip's broken.
Right. So it was an injury. It was something that was giving you the ache.
Yeah, she's a run coach. So she has a program, which a lot of run coaches do, called Couch to 5Ks.
Yeah.
So you basically learn how to run 5Ks without stopping over a period of time. And she did that to me, but I don't think she told me she was doing it. I just ended up doing it. So when I made my first 5Ks without stopping, it was quite a thrill.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. So have you got so what's the marathon you're doing on Sunday coming up?
That's a half marathon. So
and how long's that?
It's 21.1 kilometres. It'll take us about 2 hours and 15 minutes maybe.
Wow. Did you ever think, that you'd be a 60-year-old man running marathons?
No way. I never even thought about it.
That's cool.
It's half in your head too, though, which is, again, mental health.
Yeah.
It's 50% body, 50% getting that, I say positive things in my head.
Right.
Whereas, in the past, I was a very negative person. like I just say, oh, how good are you? Look at you. Look at you go, buddy. Go the big fella.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then you try to overtake someone older than you. Yeah, there you go.
Mate, I'm just never. I'm always blown away by the stuff that you guys get up to, where you go on your adventures, and here we are running up this mountain or doing that
Yeah,
marathon or
yeah.
whatever.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a great way
Brilliant.
to see the world, mate, as well. And do you reckon that doing all of this is, you're saying about it's good for your mental health? Do you reckon it's changed your approach to your career and comedy, and has it had any kind of influence on that?
I probably have more jokes about being fit. I have old jokes about being fat.
Right.
Um,
Like, do you feel as though it's kind of, because this can be a rough and tumble business, let's be honest, like working in the entertainment industry, you can go from the penthouse to the shit house pretty bloody quickly. You can go from an abundance of gigs to going, fuck, I don't have any gigs in the diary for the next 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. Has it helped you deal with, the ups and downs and the rough and tumble of it all?
I probably took my career very, very seriously, but I probably realised there's more to life than comedy now. So
Yeah,
with,
great.
with the health and the fitness,
Yeah,
I know that it's not the end of the world if you have a bad gig.
yeah,
Where early days, which you would have experienced as well, like you have a bad gig, you think that's it, I'm done. I'm no good at this. I can't do this.
mm,
Even now, I'll still do it, but I'll just go for a run or I'll go to the gym.
mm,
It kind of washes away
yeah,
quicker.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
See,
When you have those gigs where nothing goes well for you, it can split you in two. Like
absolutely.
all you want to do is go home, fetal position, suck your
Yeah,
thumb. Like really.
yeah. It's hard to explain to people.
Yeah, it is hard to explain.
It's all probably 90% of it is bullshit in your head,
Yeah,
and the other 10% is fact.
yeah.
So your brain's just going, because we're creative minds. We start create scenarios in our head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you got places now, you've probably performed in just about everywhere there is to do gigs around Australia and that now. Have you got places where you just go, I'm really looking forward to going back there and doing like, or your favourite gigs that you go, yep, that's one of my favourites?
I don't know. My favourite ever gig was in Egypt for the troops. That was
Really?
fantastic. 25 nationalities in a little bar called the Rue Bar, which was on the border of it was a peacekeeping. There's a border of Israel and Egypt.
Wow.
It's always occupied by different countries, and I got
But
lucky enough to go and do that gig. But yeah, that was a great gig.
talk us through that, because that's where were you in your comedy career when you got that opportunity? Because that's a pretty big ticket item.
I was about 12 years in, I think, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just get a group of soldiers that look after you. And there was like a few musicians in our group, and a host.
Mm.
But yeah, it was just a fantastic, magical moment. Like
Yeah.
when they picked us up, all the soldiers went, "Which one's the comedian?" And I went, "Oh, it's me." And they went, "Well, we'll see about that."
Oh God.
So it was on.
Right. Okay.
And then, like 10 minutes in, they brought up on stage some shots. I think it was tequila.
Right.
And they went, "Yep, you've won us over. Here's a shot." I said, "Thanks, guys. I'll have that afterwards." And they went, "No, you can have that now." So I had to have a shot
No.
and then do another 20 minutes. So
Oh shit.
I still talk to some of those guys. Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah.
So how intimidating was it? How many nationalities did you say was going to be in your audience?
25.
Wow, that's a lot to get your head around as a comedian tonight.
25. And,
How did you approach that?
I just stuck to my guns. I had an idea, and then they were pissing themselves all the way through it. And a lot of the people that English wasn't the first language. They were laughing at other people, laughing at me, going, yeah.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of joy in the room. It was um, yeah, it's something you'd love to recapture. Like, I just remember just 1 minute in there, fucking crying.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. And I was hanging shit on people. And yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're 10 foot tall up there, aren't you?
Well, yeah, and the other thing is that that's a beautiful uh, case study of the fact that how contagious laughter is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You're in this room, you're entertaining all of these people. There's people that can't speak English, but they're losing their shit because of people beside them are doubling over.
Well, the Colombians, who were tiny little soldiers, were sitting up the front, and they're all in their army gear. They're all in camouflage. So the Colombians were in this like brownish camouflage, but they had a fluorescent orange scarf on.
Okay.
So I was just hanging shit. I said, what's the fucking point, mate? What's with the scarf? You've just blown the whole thing.
Yeah.
People just like a sniper just going, I can just see an orange scarf.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the word camouflage?
I know. And they were like, yeah, they were like the people that were first language wasn't English, but they were pissing themselves. Like, it was so bright, like the brightest orange you've ever seen.
Yeah, right.
And they came up and bought me drinks all night. That was so funny. Beautiful, cool. Beautiful people. Yeah,
that's cool, Mick. That's what a rewarding experience that must have been at the time, and what a very cool thing to look back on in your career to know that you've gone and done that.
Yeah, I was probably in a bad way mentally too, so it was a real boost for me. I just bad divorce. I was living on my own. I was single. I was unhealthy, but yeah, that was an incredible gig. And I remember because they give you, the Australian government, they give you all these contacts, or they contact you, like your local paper will ring you and do an interview.
Okay.
So my local paper, the journalist didn't take it very seriously, and I said, I feel that you don't really give a shit about what I just did. And they went, oh, I'm just doing my job, mate. I said, well, let's just call it quits. I don't want to do the interview. I says, it was a joyous moment. If you can't capture that for me, then this interview's over. And then the journalist kind of changed tact, and it ended up being a really good interview. Yeah, they were just fucking, what's this dickhead going to talk about,
Mate, that's, there's a few comics that I know that have done that over the years, gone over and entertained the troops, and, it'd be something that you put your hand up without any second thought if you're asked to do that. I know I would. Like, when you got that call, like, that must have been a pretty special moment to get that call.
Yeah, I did it 3 times, so what a great honour that was.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So did you, by the time you went back for the 3rd time, you're obviously more familiar with procedures and all that sort of stuff, but did you change much, going back? Because I'm assuming that it's a different audience that you've gone back to the 3 times?
Yeah, different audience, different countries, all 3 experiences were very special. Very special. And the Australian government, they take you out for a big dinner afterwards, and you meet some famous acts that have done it with you. So you're sitting at a table with all these country music artists. Troy Casadale's sitting there.
Yeah, right.
It's just amazing. Yeah, it's good.
Well, that's cool. Geez, I bet you'd be on a high for that, like after doing that gig. Like, you talk about being on a high after a gig, but you must have been bouncing off the walls for weeks after doing that.
Yeah, you get a plaque, and you get dog tags. You get a plaque of the trip and like a medal.
Yeah.
And when I was moving, my daughter found one of the plaques, and she was like, she's as hard as nails, but she was like, shit, did you do this? I'm like, yeah, you remember that? She goes, no. She's like, if you been overseas in war zone. I said, well, it wasn't really a war zone. It was just, peacekeeping mission, but she was
Yeah.
like proud of me, which is nice because she's a bit of a nutbag, my daughter.
Yeah, right. Hey, so was it actually peacekeeping the whole time? Did you have any instance during those 3 tours that you thought to yourself, "Oh, this is a little bit suspect"?
Yeah, the Egypt one. When we were coming into that camp, we had to wear armor, body
Hmm.
armor,
Yeah.
and as you come into the camp, there was a lot of rocks thrown at us.
Rocks.
Rocks. So we were in like a Humvee, like the armored vehicle
Yeah.
with UN written on it.
Okay.
A lot of rocks and drink bottles. Drink bottles were thrown at us. Like it was. We just got peppered with stuff. And then I was just sitting next to one of the soldiers, and I just looked at him. He goes, because like a drink bottle hit the windscreen, and all water went everywhere. And he went, "Yeah, they're just thirsty, mate."
They're
I'm like,
throwing.
thirsty.
They're throwing raw. So was this the general population? Like they
Yeah,
weren't happy to have you guys there.
like the village. No, we we're going into the keys. Like you had to go through gates with guards on the doors.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't like us, the locals, the village. So obviously, I didn't ask what their problem was, and I don't think they're going to tell us anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, we had to get kitted up as we came into that area. So I knew there was something going on.
Yeah. Wow.
I did get one cancelled to Afghanistan from when there was a bombing. So it would have been 4,
Okay.
but I did the 3.
You ever been up to New Guinea? Done those gigs?
I've done New Guinea about 6 times.
Yeah, they're pretty. That's a frontier land as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hasn't changed much in the time. I've been going there for probably 15 years. Still the same.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a rough and tumble place. The gigs, I remember the first time I did it, they said, we're paying you all this cash, and make no mistake, this is danger money that we're giving you. And I remember thinking at the time I'm just not going to tell my mum that I'm going until I get back.
Yeah, it was pretty. The first time I was there, I guess it got a little bit better over the years, but the first time, yeah. I've got stories, but I won't say it on here.
Yeah. No, fair enough too, Micko. So, mate, I'm so appreciative of you having this chat today, and I'm really that's some very cool stuff about that, going over and entertaining the troops. That is something that I'm sure you're going to look back on for many years and be quite proud of going and doing that.
Absolutely.
I
Still got me dog tags.
That's cool, man. That's totally cool. Is that right? So they actual dog tags, they wear?
Yeah.
Right. And so have you got a number, or is it you just, I've never seen actual dog tags. Like
they're hanging in the bathroom because I've got a memorabilia bathroom. So I haven't really checked the number in a long time, but yeah, I'm sure I would have a number. Yes.
When you first got those, did you wear them? Have you worn them?
I wore them on the trip. Yeah, everyone wore them on the trip. Yeah, I only got it on the first trip. Never got them ever again.
Okay.
But, so I'm allowed to march on Anzac Day with the entertainers. There's an entertainer group in Sydney.
Is that
so
right?
You can march and you wear your dog tags. Yeah.
Really? Have you ever done it?
No, I've always had something else on. So, but I should do it one year.
That's cool. That's cool that they recognise the importance of you guys going and doing that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's very cool. So, Micko, as we wind it up, I'm going to ask you what I call the feel-good 5.
Feel-good 5. All right.
Feel-good 5, the final 5 questions. So, answers as long or as short as you like, mate. So, number 1 on the list is to get to know Mick Meredith a little bit deeper. What makes you happy, Mick?
What makes me happy? Geez, this could be long, couldn't it? I like cooking. I like a good meal.
Nice.
I like a nice cold glass of beer, nice wine.
Yeah.
I like the company of my friends, particularly my wife. and I like to see my kids be successful.
Yeah, that's
That makes
cool.
me happy.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, I love that. Other people, mate. Other people make us happy. You know, it's important to have them in our lives, isn't it?
Yeah, look, as much as people say they love flying solo, got to have them other humans around. Very good
Yeah,
for your mental health.
absolutely. Well, we talk about, physical health, mental health, but social health is actually a thing,
Absolutely.
Social health is a thing.
I can sit at home being a bit shitty with myself, and I'll just walk up the coffee shop right into a mate. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that social interaction is so important. What are you grateful for today, Miko?
Grateful for discovering exercise, probably,
Yeah,
and
nice.
making it a part of my daily routine. Also grateful for kids and wife.
Nice. Yeah, love it. And got anything you're looking forward to, Mick, coming up? What are you looking forward to, mate?
I am looking forward to something that I can't reveal because it's a very big secret, and
Okay.
I think
Right.
people will be a little bit shocked if I pull it off. But
Right.
always look forward to a good gig.
Watch this space.
Yeah, if I'm on with a mate like you, uh, cruises these days. If I'm on with a few comic mates,
Mm.
that's something to real look forward to.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm taking my wife on a comedy cruise soon, so that'll be her last one and nearly my last one. So
Yeah, okay.
look forward to that one. And I think we might just splurge and go to Luke Mangan's every night. What do you
Nice.
reckon?
Yeah, yeah. So when you say your last one, I'm assuming you're referring to the change in the way the cruising industry in Australia is operating and that sort of stuff with the change of comedy cruises and that.
Yeah.
You're not about to retire, Miko, are you?
No, that 5-person format, I think that might end at the end of the year. And I
Yeah.
think I'm doing the last ever one if that's it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll be grateful for that. I think I
Yeah.
might go out with a bang.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
might go on stage with no pants. Come out to the song. He said it brings joy. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see,
well,
mate.
as long as that song's not Sweet Low, Sweet Chariot.
Like my testicles.
Okay, two more to go, Miko. So, what's your me time? Like when you want to just, zone out and do something for you and you alone, and you just, this is your time, me time. What's your go-to?
I like a good movie. I like going to the movies. Like
Yeah.
physically going to the movies,
Yeah.
or I'll watch a movie on my own, or I love to discover new music. Like
Okay.
same with watching young comics.
Yeah.
Like I will physically and mentally try and find music. I try not to, and as much as we've said our music's the best music in the world, what we grew up to, I'll go seeking music. So
Yeah. Right. So what's your
when
current genre? What's your current, like your most recent find that you've gone, wow, this is cool?
She's like a British. I think that's her first name is definitely Amethyst. Yeah, highly recommend. Like
Amethyst?
so,
Did you say amethyst?
and I'm in a group. Amethyst
Okay.
Kaya. I think her name is Kaya. Yeah, American musician. I'm in a group where every year, me and my mates, we do our top 20 of songs that have come out for the year. So that keeps my finger on the pulse, mate. Keeps the finger on the pulse.
Wow,
Music.
that's a big commitment. Because I don't know if I could name a new song that's come out in the last 5 years, let alone one, because I just am stuck in my little 1980s, 90s grunge bubble.
You know why you are? Why you don't know that, mate? Because you're an old fart. Come on, get on board.
Well, yeah, you're right. I do need to kind of re-educate myself, but must be. I remember when I first discovered, I got introduced to the Tower of Power.
Yeah. You got me onto them.
And I'm like, man, how good's this sound? big band,
Dun, dun, dun,
Earth,
dun,
Wind
dun,
and Fire,
dun.
all of that jazz, mate. And yeah, big fan. Right,
Oh,
okay.
I just discovered a band. Just discovered a band called Brass Camel too. You'd like
Okay.
them if you like. It's sort of funk rock,
Right.
very groovy shit.
Brass Camel. Okay.
Brass Camel,
Right. Where are they from?
America.
Okay, cool. Look them up.
But both guitarists have twin neck guitars, so they look as cool as fuck on stage. You know.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, cool. That's great. Love it. And okay, so yeah, nice one, Mick. That's a great thing to lose yourself in, is discovering new music, and you know. And your last question on the Feel Good 5 is, what's made you laugh recently, mate?
Oh, what's made me laugh recently? As in a joke or
Whatever it can be, mate. It can be someone you've hung out with, something that you've seen driving around, something that you've spotted on the news. It could be it can be absolutely anything, mate.
my wife makes me laugh. I think she's probably she comes across as a very serious person, but get a few wines in her, she'll crack me up. She we do this late night thing if we have a couple of wines together. She loves Rod Stewart,
Okay.
and
You
goes,
can't do it.
Put a bit of Rod on. Put a bit of Rod on. So
All
she'll
right.
be, whatever she's wearing, and she can waltz, very good waltzer, and I can't waltz.
Right.
So yeah, she'll start waltzing with the mop. So oh, there are videos out there, but I won't show.
Mate, that's
Won't embarrass her.
that's a sad indictment on your waltzing skills if you've been trubbed for the mop.
So it's a double win for me, because I can watch my beautiful wife enjoying herself and she's cleaning the floor at the same time.
I love it. Oh, cracking stuff. That's a genius. Nice work, Micko. Well, mate, thank you so much again for being my first comedian guest. Mate, it means a lot to me. And our friendship means a lot to me. Like I said, I've always been a fan of your work. Funny as, mate, a great human being. And I'm so glad that after all this time, we're still mates. It really means a lot to me, mate.
I don't think we've ever had a crossword with each other.
No, absolutely. And, mate, I wish you all the best as you go forward. And have you got gigs coming up this week? What's going on? Oh, you've got your marathon on Sunday.
Marathon on. I've got, you can go to my Instagram page, Mick Meredith, for all my gigs. Got a lot of gigs coming up.
Yeah, nice one.
All in Sydney, unfortunately, or Sydney and Newcastle. So.
And is that the best place for people to follow your stuff, is on Instagram, or you got your website?
Website is very rarely updated. So Instagram has all my I'm a big fan of that Canva app. So I'll make little creative posters with all my gigs on it.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll make sure that I have your handle in the show notes, mate. And just so, what is the handle? Is it an easy handle to get your head around?
Instagram.
Yeah.
It's just Mick Meredith, one word.
Mick Meredith.
Mick.
Love it, mate. It's been a treat. It's been an absolute treat. Thanks again, Mick. Safe travels.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate. Good on you.
Love ya.
Thank you for listening. The information contained in this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes. It is not intended, nor should it ever replace, advice received from a physician or mental health professional. Want more info? Visit thelaughterclinic.com.au. If you enjoyed the episode, please share and subscribe. Thanks again for listening to the Laughter Clinic podcast with your host, Mark McConville.